everyone, good morning. Another day, another motivational talk for today. So, let's unlock the true leadership. Paano natin ma-unlock yung true leadership? Ito ba ay kapag nagawa mo yung mga bagay-bagay sa magaan na paraan lang? Mapapatunayan ba na ikaw ang totoong leadership sa mga paraan na kung saan magagawa mo siya sa panahon na walang problema? Yun ba yung totoong batayan or sukatan ng pagiging isang true leadership? So, meron palang talagang test na makakapag-unlock ng totoong leadership ng tao. Most of the time, unang-una, yung creativity natin lalabas in times of crisis. Paano ba natin tinitignan yung mga problema dumarating sa buhay natin, yung mga crisis sa buhay natin? Ito ba ay tinitignan natin as problema talaga o merong purpose kung bakit naglalabasan itong mga crisis na to? Unang-una, it creates creativity sa buhay natin. When we encounter crisis sa buhay natin, it creates creativity. Gumagana yung utak natin sa mga new ideas. There's something push us to create something out of nothing kapag nakaka-encounter tayo ng crisis. Pangalawa, if there's something bad happen to us, when things go wrong, when things fall apart, it makes us think outside the box. Crisis demands a new way of thinking about all problems. Example, we have to pay the bills. So, for us to pay the bills, we have to think outside the box. What is other sources that we can do to pay the old bills or old mortgage that we have? The problem is the source of income that we use has been dry up. That's why we're gonna find a new way to generate another income to pay the whole bills. So crisis causes us to think about new ways to solve the problems. Thirdly, crisis is the opportunity to improve and advance overall ideas. Sometimes the only way for us to move on, there's need is something to happen to push us. And that is when encounter problem, when encounter crisis, when things fall apart. And many times we don't grow until we have to encounter. That's why crisis comes many times to improve us because we've been stuck in a place for too long. Number 5, crisis also produces growth and also produces a sense of development. It makes us develop new approaches in life. Crisis creates new opportunities. And it's amazing when we look at the world, every progressive invention came up with a problem to solve that problems. Crisis make us develop, think in new ways. And crisis produces and manifests true leadership ability. No matter how much you become a leader, only crisis proves us. You are not really a leader in good times. Everybody can be a leader in good times. But the true leadership tests us when there is a true leadership, and that is crisis. If you are a true leadership matures in handling situations. So, yes, there are also a faith in handling the crisis or situations. In other words, the crisis comes to us, to our life, to test the true leadership ability that we have. And crisis moves us to do that. Hope that you learn something. So every time that you encounter problems, instead of thinking that, ay, problema na naman, another problema na naman to, pansinin mo kapag you solve another problem, there's another problem because there is another situation, another opportunities for us to solve the problem. And it's a growth development. That's why when you encounter now another problem, another crisis, think of it. Yes, instead of thinking that it's another problem, let's say, here we go again. There is another opportunity for me to move on to the next level. Hope you learned something. Thank you, everyone, and God bless.